talking about temperatures higher than 55, sometimes
Oh,
more
yes.
degrees.
Yes.
And we have high humidity. We have here then the conditions, what is coming from desert. We need machines who are able to run in this condition. We have to bring these things all together and find a solution. 35% of the energy guzzler in this city is the wastewater treatment plant.
Okay.
And we have to think big.
Yeah.
Therefore, 35% energy consumer means we have to look in details how we can reduce the energy. We have much more to do here. And therefore, there are 3 big points. The first point is to avoid energy. The second point is to reduce energy. And the third one is to produce energy. We have no chance. We have only this one world. And if we don't achieve this, we will not survive here.
So Markus, thank you so much for joining us.
Not at
I
all.
know you're very busy, so really appreciate it. Before we start and get into the details of what's going on, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get here?
Yeah, okay. At first, hello everyone. My name is Markus Leidinger, and I'm responsible for the global application management in the sector water and wastewater at the AERZEN Maschinenfabrik. I do this job now, longer than 20 years.
20 years.
And what shall I tell you from my experience? I'm thinking via the complete years, you have a lot of challenges and you have a lot of discussion with the customers. What are the requirements? And we have I have big experience to the topic energy efficiency, heat recovery, upgrade from wastewater treatment plants is also important topic what we have very often via the complete world. And what is coming more and more, this is the topic with the climate change, CO2 reduction. And I'm also responsible to find solution, especially for the requirements in the region, what we can doing with our products to help to reduce the climate change. Not the climate change, the CO2 reduction in this region.
Have you seen a big difference? You said you're doing it 20 years now.
Yeah.
Have you seen a big difference, like between now and when you first started?
So much things running parallel to this. At first, climate change is running fast at the moment. On the other side, we have new regulation from the government side.
Okay.
And if we're talking about wastewater treatment plants, it is a completely transforming process in the last 5-6 years. What I can see in the past, we have only discussed about the treatment from the wastewater.
The
wastewater is coming in, we treat it, and then it is flowing back into the river.
Okay.
Today, I'm thinking the word wastewater treatment plant is completely wrong. Today, we're talking about a resource recovery center.
Okay.
I hope in the questions we become more in details with this. But I'm thinking this is what we can see at the moment. We have a commitment worldwide that we should be net zero up to 2050. And this is a big challenge for the wastewater treatment plant, what they have to do. Do
you find so 20 years ago when you started out and now, do you find that the technology now is much quicker? So like each year the technology is much more advanced. Like, do you think by 2050 the technology will be...
Here it is important that we have to understand the requirement in the region. And if we're talking about the region here in the United Arab Emirates, we have completely different requirements. And we have to understand this. And we have to deliver solution for this.
Right.
One big topic is here, this is also coming from the climate change, this is the weather, what we have here, the weather conditions, The weather is here very high. We're talking about temperatures higher than 55, sometimes more degrees.
Yes.
And we need machines who are able to run in this condition. This is the most important thing. A lot of companies who are coming outside from this region are not familiar with the conditions what we have here. We have parallel to this. We have high humidity, and we have here sandy conditions, what is coming from desert. And we have to bring these things all together and find a solution that we have reliable equipments and reliable machines that we can achieve the requirement from the region. And I think this is one of the most challenges what we have together with the climate change and the CO2 reduction, what we have to realize up to 2050.
How do you find working with the UAE government? How do you find working in this region? Would you find it easier, for example, working here than working in Europe or stateside or China or any of those places? How is it in this area?
My experience, and I do this longer than 20 years, is we need contact here in the region. Therefore, we have also here a subsidiary company for the complete region here. And so we are able to be closely at the customer requirements. We have to understand this. And very, very often we have also a language barrier.
Okay.
And let us not talking about only the machines. We have to implement the machines and they have to run. But this machine have also an aging.
Right. Okay. Yes.
We need a doctor for the machines.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And this means we need manpower in the service, in the maintenance, in the consulting. We have upgrades from the treatment process. All these things are required, and therefore it is much more important for the future that we have the contact here directly with the end user, with the engineering office, also with the plant manufacturer who is doing this. This isn't circle.
Yeah.
And we have to deserve the complete circle.
Do you find that it's when you first when you first had the vision or the brief or the challenge, how do you feel now? It's much more doable, or do you still feel there's a mountain to climb, or do you feel no problem, we'll get it done?
This is different. It's depending how at what time we can come in the projects. Yeah?
Okay.
If we are early in the opportunity period in the projects and we discuss with all players who are involved in this project, then it is easy to react.
Yeah.
And in the past, or also from a lot of other companies, I can see they are not in the opportunity periods there, and they have only to react to the tender. And then a lot of things are already discussed, and it is like it is.
Yeah.
And then we cannot implement it the best solution for this. Yeah.
I get you.
For this also, I hope we come to this topic. We have therefore a special solution. Yeah.
Well, where are the biggest cost drivers at a wastewater treatment plant, do you see?
I coming back to the climate change. Yeah, the climate change is running.
Yeah,
and therefore we have no chance to wait for everything. Yeah, we have to react yet, and we have to react fast. And much more important is we have to react effective.
Right.
So now I'm coming to your questions. If we are looking in the municipality side or in the city, then we can see it is approximately 35% of the energy guzzler in this city is the wastewater treatment plant.
Okay.
And we have to think big. This is very, very important what we are discussing now.
Of course, yeah.
Therefore, 35% energy consumer means we have to look in details how we can reduce the energy, And now we are going in the treatment process from the wastewater treatment plants.
Okay.
And I come back to the commitment, what we have done, net zero up to 2050, to reduce the energy efficiency only in the treatment process. This is not enough.
Okay.
This is not the topic.
Interesting, yeah.
We're talking about net zero. What does it mean for the wastewater treatment plant? She must be net zero, energy neutral, or better, energy positive in 2050. We have much more to do there. And therefore, there are 3 big points. The first point is to avoid energy.
Okay.
The second point is to reduce energy.
Yep.
And the third one is to produce energy. I come back to the first point.
Yeah.
To avoid energy, we have go back to the source of the wastewater.
Right.
And this is, for example, in the household.
Yeah.
Now, let us look what is the water consumption from the drinking water in the region, especially here. We have here in consumption between 450 and 550 liters per day, per head and per day.
Really?
This is really high.
Wow.
In comparison to other countries, we can achieve here values from approximately 150 liters per head per day.
Okay.
This means we can reduce this by 60-80%. this is a big potential.
Yeah, yeah.
And if I don't have this drinking water as wastewater, then I don't need the energy to treat it.
Yeah.
This is the first point.
Okay.
Exactly, we have this with the industrial sector who deliver water, fresh water in the sewage.
Yeah.
If we can realize here a concept to make water reuse, then we can also use this water once again, and it is not coming directly in the treatment process. And this helps us to save money. This is one big point in the beginning.
Yeah.
Avoid wastewater. Therefore, we need a completely another awareness in the behavior of the wastewater from all of us.
Yeah.
The second point is, and this is also the big playground from our company. So let us talking about what is the biggest energy consumer in the wastewater treatment plant. And here we have to talking about the biological reactor.
Okay. Yeah.
Biological treatment process.
Just before you go into that, just a quick question in the sense of how do you change people's mindset? How do you get people to reduce? How do you?
This is a really good question.
Like now that you say it, I'm like, yeah, I probably like I don't know if it's, but for some reason in Ireland, for example, if someone wants a glass of water, if we take the glass out of the cupboard, for some reason, even if the glass is clean, we'll rinse the glass.
Is your water really clean? We start with this question.
Well,
is it really? Yeah. But we need is marketing action in this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big, and I have to say, we have to think big.
Yeah, yeah.
Big means we have to achieve a lot of people to have understand this. Yeah. We need another carefulness for this. And the best situation is television.
Okay.
Make marketing action in television. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have money for all things, but for our highest good in the world, and this is water and clean air.
Yeah.
We make too less marketing action in the television.
Granted, yeah.
This is what I say. We can make in the second part, we can also do training programs in the schools. This is possible. But the best achievement to get the peoples is make marketing in television.
Yeah. Okay. It's interesting because it's such a, like you said, it's so, the most basic needs are clean water, clean air. And yeah, it's the thing we take for granted. Probably nowadays,
for the most people, it is normal that we have this. But I'm coming also in regions. Yeah, there is drought. We have big problems with the big rainfalls.
Okay.
Yeah, and water is absolute luxus. Yeah, and if we are looking to these peoples, how they are using water. Yeah, this is pure gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here we put on the tap and the water is running 5-6 minutes, and we don't consider why we're running the water.
I know.
Absolutely.
I know that you say I feel guilty.
Yeah?
I feel guilty, but yeah, you're right.
Asking to you.
Yeah. Now that you say it, when you point it out,
how long do you stay take a shower in the morning? 10 minutes or 45 minutes?
It depends what song I'm singing.
Yeah.
If it's a long song, then I'm there for a long time.
But you understand what I want to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a better feeling with the using of water. Yeah.
Yeah. Very true. Okay. Brilliant. Yep. I feel guilty now. I'm gonna have to, up my game from my perspective.
Up tomorrow, you promise me you use less water.
Do you know what? It's until someone says it, you're right. I think that's a great point that you make. If someone kind of doesn't tell you, you just take it for granted. Do you know what I mean? Like, especially in Dubai here, it's kind of like you just kind of go on and you'll run the water and then you'll have drinking machines and you'll have wet baths and whatever. But when someone says, look, you don't need that much water, I think if that kind of campaign got going, it'd be great for people, because you do it for other stuff. Don't leave your AC on too long. Don't leave your door open too long. Don't leave, do you know what I mean? But if they did the same for water,
exactly the same,
then I think people would be like, and the message would spread,
I'm fully agree.
Brilliant. Okay. Next one for you is, what challenges does wastewater treatment plant have to face today?
I have already mentioned this. If we are looking in the past, then it is normal. We have industries, we have households. The wastewater is going in the sewer net. Then it is coming in the wastewater treatment plant. We treat carbon, we treat nitrogen, we treat phosphorus. And if we have done this, the water was clean enough, and then it is flowing back into the river.
Okay.
today, and especially with the climate change, this is on the one side a big topic. On the other side, we have the new regulation, the commitment set up to 2050, and we have some other global requirements what we have to realize. Climate change, for example, we have drought here. We are living here in desert condition. And today it is important that we have the possibility to use the treated water, for example, for agriculture irrigation, or to use it once again in an industrial sector where we can use this. Therefore, we have to treat so good that we can also use this for this sector. And here we're talking about water farming. This is a big topic what we can also realize here in the region, and this is also a challenge what we have to do with the wastewater treatment plants. And another point is also the microplastic, what is coming more and more. This is also a big topic.
Yes.
We need the third purification stage for this. This is a special treatment process. Microplastic, you find this in each drinking water. We have microplastic. And another point is, for example, that we have more complicated substances in the wastewater. This can be coming from the pharmaceutical part. This can coming from chemical part. And this is already dissolved in the water. And therefore we also need a special treatment process to clean this, because every time you will find it in your bottle.
Yes.
And these are important things to realize. This on the other side, this is we need, regarding the climate change, to the reduction of the CO2 footprint, we have also to look how we can implement it and clever and clever management, energy management in the irrigation, not in the irrigation system, in the wastewater treatment process. We have to find out how we can make the treatment process so good that we have in 2050 an energy neutral or energy positive wastewater treatment plant.
Okay. Do you find with a place like UAE and Dubai, for example, it's much more doable in the sense of new communities are being built, so new technology is more open-minded here than it would be, for example, than Europe?
Here it is much more open-minded, and I can explain you why. Here we have the money for this.
Right.
This is a big important thing. If we are looking worldwide, a lot of peoples have big water stress, they have water scarcity, they have drought, and they have no chance to realize anything, and therefore they need funding banks to realize this. Without this, you have no chance to make anything better there. And here we have a good possibility that we can implement it references and can tell, then if we are successful with this, we can tell this story for all other countries, for all other regions. We can present, look, this is the highest level of references, and perhaps in 10, 12, 15 years, we can also transfer this technology, this treatment process to other regions to help the people that they have clean water and a nice nature.
Because I think I always find that with Dubai, for example, and I always compare it back home, that maybe back home, and I say back home, I mean by Europe, they're almost not stuck in their ways, but the system is harder to move. Where Dubai, because new areas are being built and they want to be more on the forefoot, that it's much more kind of, how can I say, they're much more free thinking, they're much more accepting of it. Okay, question number 3 I have here. What is the distribution of costs in a wastewater treatment plant in terms of investment costs and operating costs?
This question is really good. This is not so easy to handle this. This is my experience in the past. If we are looking to the cost, in the past, the investment cost, this was the absolutely driver. Everybody was looking, what is the cost for the equipment? How much does it cost to implement all things? And then we have to talking about the price. These are the investment costs. If we are going in the past, perhaps 20 years ago, then the investment cost was the most interesting thing. Because the money was count. If we are looking today, I have already said we are in a transforming process. CO2 reduction, better footprint with CO2 is much more important. Then we can talking about an iceberg principle. only 10% of the iceberg is swimming over the sea.
Yeah.
That's are the investment costs. Yeah. And today in the tenders, we have also a much more deeper view. How is the operation, or what are the operation costs from the complete treatment process?
Yeah.
And if we are looking to this, I come back to this comparison with the iceberg. This is the 90%. The operation costs are 90%. This is the iceberg, what is swimming under the sea.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And here we have to look how we can implement a system with very good operation costs.
Yeah.
This is one of the most important things. Our target is to reduce the CO2 emission, to have a better green footprint. The investment costs are the investment costs, yeah? But the money and the target to be energy neutral is coming from the operation side.
Yeah.
And here are lying 90% of the costs. And this is the big challenge. What we have in the future, that we can implement a high efficient solution. And this is also important, especially here, they must able to run by this condition what we have.
Yeah, I get that. Do you find in regards to that, nowadays, is the operational cost getting higher because technology is getting higher, the qualifications, the engineering, it's more expensive?
Yes, but in the end of the day, we of course, also the investment costs are going high.
Yeah.
But in the end of the day, we have investment for example, for 20 million euros, yeah?
Yeah.
But on the operation side, we're talking about 200 million euros.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And this 200 million euros, this are also energy, what we need, energy consumption, what we need. And here we have now a big playground to implement high efficient solution. We need this, then we can reduce also the energy efficiency.
Yeah.
Target is reduce the CO2 reduction. This is our highest target what we have.
Yeah.
And therefore the OPEX side, the operation cost is much, much more important in comparison to the investment. And in the last 5-6 years, we have a transforming process from this. More and more in the tender is also asked, how much are the operation costs? And this is also the right way. If we don't do this, we have never the chance that we can achieve this commitment what we have.
You have to put the investment in to get the results.
Yes.
Do you find that we're almost 2025 now, do you find that we're on course? Do you find that it's 25 years?
It's depending from the region. We have some region, and here we can say Switzerland, Austria, for example, they are on a very good way. If we're talking about energy neutral wastewater treatment plant, this is 10 years old. Here we're talking about energy positive wastewater treatment plants. That means they produce energy and deliver it in the network.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking we have also a lot of references here, and this is also our strategy. Here we can implement the highest efficient technology, and we make also our experience with this, and it is running very well. Then we can also transfer this some years later in other regions. This is the step, or the possibility to bring this step by step in other regions.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking also here in Dubai, especially here in Dubai, we have a great potential to realize this.
Yeah.
A really great potential.
Can you explain your concept and how you design a cost-effective and highly efficient AERZEN system for the consumer or customer?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
We named this system intelligence.
Okay.
What does it mean, system intelligence? On the one side, we have the investment costs. On the other side, we have the operation costs. And now we have create a concept that we can achieve both things together. Let me explain this in the best way with an example.
Yeah.
We are going to the aeration systems, and in the aeration system, we have the highest energy consumption for the complete treatment process. Here, we have approximately 40 up to 60% of the complete energy consumption from a wastewater treatment.
Right.
Now we said we implemented in the aeration basin a high efficient membrane aeration plate together with a flexible process control. Yes, of course. These two equipments cost more money.
Yeah.
But this is the soul of the wastewater treatment plant. Yeah. from the aeration vessels. That means if I have implemented a high efficient aeration system, then it has better oxygenation into the water. Yeah. And that means the air demand for our compressor will be smaller. And what does it mean for our compressors? They can be smaller, or we have less number of machines installed. The equipment will smaller. We can save a lot of money, but these are the highest costs.
Yeah.
And that means, once again, we need also smaller pipe systems. The building where we have installed all the things is also smaller. Here we can save a lot of cost. And now we add this equipment together to one concept, and these are the investment costs.
Yeah.
And we compare this with conventional systems. Then I can promise you we are on the same level. Sometimes we have also the possibility to be 10% better. This is the investment side.
Right.
Now we change to the operation side. If I have implemented such a high efficient aeration system, what does it mean for the energy efficiency? We have a high oxygenation inside the aeration vessel. That means we have 50% better energy efficiency.
Wow.
Sometimes more. And I have come once again back to CO2 reduction, to set zero in 2050. I'm thinking this is really a good contribution to achieve this targets what we need in 2050.
Yeah. That's, when you say it like that, it makes very sensible, but I wish it was just...
we have no chance. We have only this one world.
Yes.
And if we don't achieve this, we will not survive here.
Yeah.
Everybody have to understand this. This is really the big message.
Yeah.
We must achieve it. We have no other chance.
That's a great way of saying it. We must achieve it as opposed to we have to achieve it.
Yeah.
I think if there's that emphasis on the must as opposed to kind of then I think it'd be,
we discuss very often about this, but the nature, the world is telling with us.
Yeah.
He present us each day. Look to the stormy weather what we have at the moment. We have drought, rich, and all things. We see this every day in the television.
Yeah.
And I said that already. We need a better awareness with the behavior of the water.
Yeah. Finally, let me just ask you a quick question. 20 years time, where do you see the business, yourself, to technology? Where do you think?
In 20 years, I'm retired. And Then I'm thinking I can look in the television and I can say as grandfather to my children, hey, I have done a good job and I could help a little bit so that we can realize all those things.
Yeah.
I hope we can have a nice nature. We have clean blue water, the clean water. Yeah, this is my dream for the future. And I'm thinking we are on a good way, but the politics have also a lot to do with this.
Yeah. A bit of work to do, yes.
More awareness for this,
Yeah.
If we have no clean water and no clean air,
that's it.
Yeah, that's positive.
Well, listen, you got one convertee. I'm going to reduce mine. I'm going to sing less in the shower and no more rinsing. Yeah. Thanks very much for your time.
Okay, not at all. Bye. Have a nice day.
You too.
Expect performance.